Welcome to Trending One Podcast. In this episode, we dive into the world of YouTube animation, truth or lie, and cover the reality behind animation content and its impact. Let's get into the conversation.
So, YouTube automation, it's got everyone buzzing, right? People dreaming of passive income, Lambos, the whole 9 yards. But we're going to dig a little deeper today.
It's easy to get swept up in the hype, but like anything worth having, YouTube's success takes more than just pushing a button.
Exactly. And that's why we're taking a deep dive into one creator's story today. They were all in on this make money while you sleep idea, started a compilation channel. You know, those videos that string together viral clips, trending topics, that sort of thing?
The classic starting point for sure.
Right. Seems simple enough. And get this, it worked. Well, sort of. They managed to rake in 30,000 subscribers and a whopping 12 million views. I mean, those are some impressive numbers. No.
For sure. Most creators would be over the moon with those kinds of stats.
There's a but coming, isn't there?
Always. Here's the thing. They hit a major roadblock when it came to monetization.
Ah, monetization. The golden word of the YouTube world. Or should we say, the potential downfall.
Right. You can have all the views in the world, but if you're not playing by YouTube's rules, those views won't necessarily translate into cash. And compilation channels, in particular, often run into issues.
Because you're essentially using other people's content, right? Even if you're editing it together in a new way.
Bingo. YouTube and other platforms are really cracking down on repurposed content. They want original stuff, something you created yourself. So even if your channel blows up, there's a chance you could be left high and dry with a big fat zero in your bank account.
Ouch. So it's like setting up that lemonade stand, but instead of using your grandma's secret recipe, you're just grabbing whatever's in your neighbor's fridge and hoping for the best.
That's one way to put it.
And I'm guessing that's exactly what tripped up our creator friend here.
Pretty much. They learned the hard way that you can't game the system. You've got to understand the business side of YouTube.
Which leads us to their next move. They decided to try again, but this time they got strategic. They set their sights on a niche known for, shall we say, its higher earning potential personal finance.
A savvy choice. People are always looking to improve their finances, invest wisely, and who doesn't love a good money hack writing?
Makes sense. So did they ditch the whole automation thing this time around?
That's where things get really interesting. Instead of going all in on creating unique, high-quality content, which, let's be honest, takes time and effort, they doubled down on automation. They were determined to crack the code, find that sweet spot between minimal effort, maximum profit.
Okay, now you've got me curious. Did they figure it out? Are they living the laptop lifestyle on a beach somewhere, sipping cocktails with little umbrellas in them?
Not quite, though they did have a brief moment of internet fame. One of their videos, something about 5 signs you're doing well financially, took off. Not viral like their earlier meme compilations, but it pulled in a respectable 22,000 views.
Okay, that's not too shabby. Enough to keep those passive income dreams alive, right?
You would think so.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that's where the roller coaster takes a bit of a dip.
Oh no, what happened?
Well, after that initial burst, nothing. Crickets. The channel just kind of stalled.
So they got a channel, they've got decent views on some videos, but it's not really going anywhere. What went wrong?
That's the million-dollar question, right? And this is where it gets really interesting, because from a purely technical standpoint, they were doing a lot of things right.
Okay, so it's not just about the algorithms and the keywords and all that technical stuff. There's more to it than that.
Way more. What our creator friend here seemed to miss was the importance of brand building.
Brand building. Okay, now we're getting into the good stuff. Break that down for me. What does that even mean in the context of YouTube?
Think of it this way. You can have a channel with amazing content, but if it lacks a distinct identity, a reason for people to subscribe and keep coming back for more, it's going to get lost in the shuffle.
It's like opening a restaurant with a fantastic chef, but the decor is bland, the music is terrible, and there's no atmosphere. You might get people to try it once, but will they become regulars? Probably not.
Exactly. People connect with people. They want to feel like they're part of something, like they're getting to know the creator behind the videos.
Yeah.
And that's something that's really hard to replicate with AI alone.
So even though they were all about automation, it sounds like they missed that human element.
They were so focused on the efficiency of it all that they forgot about the importance of connection.
So it's not just about the what of your content, but also the who, the why, the how, the personality behind it.
You got it. And that takes us to another crucial point. They underestimated the investment required. And I'm not just talking about money, although that's certainly part of it.
Okay, so if it's not just money, what other kinds of investments are we talking about here? Time, energy.
All of the above. Creating high-quality content, even with the help of AI, takes time. Researching your niche, writing scripts, editing it, all adds up. And then there's the time it takes to engage with your audience, respond to comments, build that community we were just talking about.
It's like that saying, you can have it good, fast, or cheap. Pick two.
Right. And it seems like our creator friend here was going for all three.
The elusive trifecta. And you know, what I find fascinating is that they actually recognize this themselves. They even started calling it YouTube management instead of YouTube automation.
I love that. It perfectly captures the reality of it all.
Because it's not about eliminating work altogether. It's about managing different aspects of the business.
Precisely. It's about being strategic, making informed decisions about where to invest your time and energy for the biggest impact.
YouTube management. I'm putting that in my back pocket. Okay, so we've talked about the importance of brand building, the need for investment. What else did our creator friend learn on this roller coaster ride?
Well, this one's a biggie niche selection. You know, they did pivot to personal finance, which is generally considered a smart move.
Because people spend money on that kind of information, right?
Exactly. But even within a lucrative niche, you've got to find your sweet spot. Something unique, something that sets you apart from all the other creators talking about the exact same thing.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you find that sweet spot, that niche within a niche that's going to really resonate? Because it's easy to say be unique, but in a sea of millions of creators, that's easier said than done.
You've got to think about what people are really craving right now. What are the problems they're facing, the questions they're asking that aren't being answered?
Like what's going to keep them up at night, scrolling through YouTube at 2:0 a.m. looking for answers?
Exactly. It's about tapping into those unmet needs, those burning desires that aren't being addressed. And then, of course, there's the quality factor.
Quality over quantity. It's a tale as old as time, right? But it's so easy to get caught up in that numbers game, especially on a platform like YouTube.
It's true. Everyone's chasing views, subscribers, that viral moment.
But at the end of the day, if you're churning out subpar content, it's going to catch up with you. Viewers are savvy. They can spot a lack of authenticity a mile away.
And once that trust is broken, it's hard to get it back. Our creator friend, they realized this a bit too late. They wish they'd focused on building a solid foundation of quality content from the start.
It's like that saying, if you don't have time to do it right, when will you have time to do it over?
Ouch, that hits close to home.
Doesn't it? But seriously, that focus on quality, it's something we hear again and again from successful creators. And it ties into another crucial point that our creator emphasized: realistic expectations.
Yes. The get-rich-quick myth. It's a powerful one.
It's everywhere you look online. But as our creator discovered, building a successful YouTube channel, it's not about overnight success. It's about the long game. It's about putting in the work, honing your craft, and understanding that it may take time to see those results.
And be okay with that, because the journey, the learning process, the connections you make along the way, those are all valuable too.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the sometimes murky waters of YouTube automation, or should we say YouTube management, what's the key takeaway for our listeners? What's the thought I'm sending you off with today?
I think it's this. If YouTube automation isn't truly about setting it and forgetting it, what areas of your own work or life could benefit from this management approach? Are there tasks you're trying to completely eliminate that might actually be opportunities to work smarter, not harder?
To optimize, streamline, and yes, maybe even bring back a little bit of that human touch that can get lost in our quest for efficiency? It's something to think about, right? It's not always about doing less, but about doing things better. And with that, my friend, I think we've reached the end of our deep dive.
It's been a pleasure diving deep with you, as always.
The pleasure was all mine. A huge thank you to our expert for sharing those invaluable insights. And to all of you tuning in, keep exploring, keep creating, and remember, the journey is just as important as the destination. Until next time.